Hello, good people, and thank you so much for checking out my channel. Okay, so a quick recap of Tyler Perry's Sistas, season 4, episode 13, and it's titled "Shaking in the Rain." All right, so we know our girl Fatima got locked up, y'all. Old Hayden, he had her arrested for barging into his apartment and crashing things, smashing things with a bat, and also the damage that she did to his car. Unbeknownst to Fatima, Hayden had all of this on camera, so he showed that information to a judge that he knows, and Fatima's in jail and she doesn't have a bail as of yet, and Hayden has a personal relationship with this particular judge, so it's probably going to be a little hard for her to get bail. And of course Zach does not know. So on this particular episode, we have where Andy, she receives a call from Gary, of course, and Gary's asking her about her night before, and she had told Gary that she was going to have someone over. Of course, that was a lie, and she was like, well, how and he was like, he knew no one was there and no one was coming over, and she was like, how do you know? So that made her suspicious and made her think that maybe Gary's watching her, like he's always watching her anyway. So she reaches out to I can't remember the guy's name. It's one of Danny's friends or someone that's trying to get with Danny, this guy who's a stripper, but he also has his hands in the technology world. So she reaches out to him to have him to come do a sweep of her apartment just to make sure there's no bugs, there's no hidden cameras, and just to see if Gary's did any type of funny business like that to try to track her every move or whatever, trace her every move. So anyway, later on we see Andy when she gets to her office, because no one knows that Fatima's been arrested except for Hayden. So even Zach doesn't know this, right? So when Andy gets to work, that's when Hayden approaches her, and his little squirmy self, he tells her that she might as well be looking for another assistant, and she was like, why, what are you talking about? And then so he was like, well, Fatima got arrested for coming bashing up my place or whatever, and that he's also going to meet with the partners and he's going to have Fatima fired. He's just despicable. So of course, Andy, she goes and start her work on trying to see what she can do to help Fatima out. She goes to the jail, visits Fatima, and tells Fatima she was wrong and all that stuff. The action she took was wrong, and Fatima was like, well, he's been bothering me and he's gonna get worse than that. And she's like, no, you can't do that. And then she even asked Fatima if she wants her to reach out to Zach, and Fatima doesn't want her to reach out to Zach. She said that she doesn't have a record, but Zach has a record. So if she reaches out to Zach, then Zach is going to want to kill Hayden. And so she's trying to keep Zach from going to jail again. All right. So in a nutshell, that pretty much was Andy and Fatima for this episode. As far as Danny's at the airport. She sees the cop that's been helping the teenagers that's been trafficked, like the teens that's been sex trafficked. He's been helping them reunite with their families. So Danny, she witnesses the guy reuniting some of the girls with their parents, and she's touched by that. She gets emotional, and she also finds that the guy gets emotional too, and this guy has been hitting on Danny. And so now that she can see his purpose and his hard work trying to help the people and all that, and she witnesses him getting emotional, it kind of, I guess she becomes interested in him. So we'll have to see if they end up going out on a date. But at the same time, Zach and Preston is over to Zach's place, helping Zach unpack. Zach has a nice place. It's pretty much finished now. So they're unpacking and setting everything up. He's thinking that he's gonna surprise Fatima with the final setup of his home and everything. So Preston's over there helping him, and we found out before that Zach is the reason why Preston's been dating these different ladies and trying to be here and there so Danny can see him out with other ladies. It's because of Zach and Zach's bad advice. So I'm sure Danny's gonna get a trip out of that, as far as Preston dating these other ladies and trying to make it seem like he's moved on from Danny, when he really still wants to be with Danny, but he's just taking bad ass advice from Zach. And so, you know, they're having their little talks and everything, and Zach, he's excited for Fatima to come see the place, but he doesn't know that she's been arrested. So Sabrina, of course, she had the date a few episodes back with the guy Badu, and he's like this rich African. He has over $36 million or something like that. So she went on a date with him. They had a great time, and so she's so swept off her feet and just all smiles and gluing at work. And of course, Maurice is trying to get up all in her business, and at the same time, that's when she receives a truckload of flowers from Badu, expressing how he felt about their first date, blah blah blah. So of course, she's saying she can't accept all that. She don't even have room for it at the office or even at her home. So they decide to donate the flowers to the children's hospital. Of course, I can't remember his name, but the guy that's after Maurice, what is his name? It's on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, he steals some of the flowers. It wasn't even a whole bouquet. It didn't even look like it. But he steals some of the flowers and bring them in. He didn't even have sense enough to take the card out with Sabrina's name on it. So he gives some flowers to Maurice. That was kind of funny, but stupid at the same time. And of course, he's telling Maurice that he's going to be at Maurice's place waiting on the outside for him, because Maurice is not letting him on the inside. He doesn't seem to be going away, so I guess we'll still have that storyline, Tyler Perry, round and round about this guy and Maurice, whatever. And so, of course, Calvin shows up. Can we be done with Calvin already? He shows up to the bank, and of course, he's like a little puppy, little sick puppy, because Sabrina's dating someone else, and he can see the flowers and see that Sabrina has a glow on her face and all that. And I'm just tired of the storyline with Calvin. Just move him on to something else, please. Have him date someone else, and him and Sabrina just be good friends, okay? Please, can we please get that? All right, so that was Sabrina, and that's pretty much Maurice, and that was Calvin. All right, so who else? Our girl Karen. Well, I don't care for Karen, but yeah, Karen. She's at the doctor's office. She finally made it to the doctor's office. Her and Aaron. And of course, it's the same thing over and over. Oh, I'm gonna be there for you. You don't have to be that. I will be there for you. I'm here for you. Do you know? Yeah, I know. You know I love you. Yeah, I know. But you don't know if this is your baby. Yeah, but it may be my baby. But you don't know that. You can't say that. Blah, blah, blah. So they're going back and forth with that whole little thing. And then the doctor comes. Karen, she's taking the pregnancy test. The doctor comes in to give her the results. And Karen asks Aaron to leave out of the room, which I don't get. Like, why would he leave out the room? He's been begging and really rushed for you to go to the doctor. He made this appointment happen for you. This is a doctor that he had connections with. So anyway, his little punk butt leaves out of the room, and the doctor confirms her pregnancy, and she said that she was even surprised that the at-home pregnancy picked up that she was pregnant, because she's only been pregnant for like the last 4 weeks. So that's shocking to Karen, because within the last 4 weeks, she's only been effing Aaron. Ha ha! So it ain't Zach, baby. Happy about that. Yep. So anyway, she's really pissed off about it. She doesn't show her emotions to the doctor, but when the doctor steps out, she's like pretty much saying, damn, I think she punched the little bed deceit thing, whatever, because that girl, she really wants the baby to be Zach's, but it appears that it's Aaron's baby, unless she's been sleeping with someone else that Tyler Perry has not revealed to us. However, Zach, you ain't that baby's daddy, okay? That's what it seems to be at this moment, but you never know how these shows would go. So that pretty much was it. And then so on next week episode, from the preview that I saw, Zach, he's been calling for Tima. Of course, he's not reaching her because she's in jail. He doesn't know it. He goes to the office and he runs into Hayden, and of course Hayden's fly at the mouth, and it looked like Zach ends up tearing into Hayden's ass. So I'm here for that. Actually, it's gonna be this week, so I think maybe tomorrow. I have to check the schedule. I don't know. I had to catch a repeat. Anyway, I'm happy that I did. It seems to be a pretty good show. Of course, there's a lot of repetitiveness when it comes to Tyler Perry's shows and everything, but this is pretty decent and I'm enjoying it. So I'm gonna stay tuned to see how he carry out these storylines. So it's very interesting how things are going to turn out. And the baby ain't Zach so far anyway. You know, this is something that he could just write it any type of way he want. Tyler Perry may come back and have the doctor to say that the test that they gave Karen was inconclusive, or something happened to it that made it inconclusive, where the results that they gave her were not correct. So you never know. You just never know. But at the moment, I'm gonna take this win and say it ain't your baby, Zach. We're happy about that. So Fatima, get your man, and y'all get to having a good life without Karen, okay? All right, so thank you guys so much for checking out my channel. I hope you guys continue to have a great day. Bye.